Welcome to the Expensive Coins History Channel, the place where history meets numismatics, and where everyday coins tell extraordinary stories. Today, we journey into the fascinating world of Singaporean currency to uncover the hidden value, rarity, and rich history behind one of the country's most mysterious and collectible coins, the 1987 no-mint Mark 5 cents coin. Stay tuned as we explore why this small coin has become a big deal among collectors and how its market value in 2025 might surprise you. The Singapore 5 cents coin has long served as one of the country's lowest denominations, used in everyday transactions since its inception. The 1987 5 cents coin was part of the second series of Singapore coins, first introduced in 1985 by the Board of Commissioners of Currency Singapore. Designed with practicality and simplicity, the coin featured a central denomination inscription, the word Singapore, on the reverse in four official languages: English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil, and a common national symbol on the obverse, the Singapore lion head emblem. This emblem was adopted in 1986 to symbolize courage, strength, and excellence. In 1987, the second series coins were struck primarily in copper-nickel and cupronickel compositions, with denominations ranging from 1 cent to $1. However, it is the 5 cents coin of that year that became a point of intrigue. The mystery revolves around its lack of a mint mark, a detail that usually goes unnoticed by the general public, but to numismatists, this absence is critical. Typically, coins minted by the Singapore Mint include specific mint marks to denote their origin. The absence of a mint mark on certain 1987 5 cents coins has fueled decades of speculation. There are two major theories among experts. First, that a batch of coins was struck using dies intended for test or internal minting purposes and mistakenly released into circulation. Second, that production oversight or wear on the die itself led to mint marks being omitted from a small number of coins. Whatever the cause, the result was the unintentional creation of a scarce variant, the 1987 no-mint Mark 5 cents coin. Not all 1987 5-cent coins lack a mint mark, which only adds to the confusion and rarity. It is important to understand that this isn't an error coin in the traditional sense. It's a recognized variation, a product of the minting process that led to fewer examples being released compared to the standard mintage. The rarity of the 1987 no-mint Mark 5 cents coin is undeniable. While Singapore does not publicly release detailed mintage figures broken down by variation, estimates from private collectors and numismatic societies suggest that the no-mint mark variety exists in significantly lower quantities. Over the years, the coin has gained traction in the collector's market, particularly within Southeast Asia, the UK, and Australia. Online auction results and coin fair data indicate a consistent increase in demand since 2010. Rarity is further compounded by the fact that this coin circulated widely. That means most surviving examples are in average circulated condition, with mint state specimens being exceedingly rare. In 2018, a high-grade example, graded MS65 by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, fetched close to 800 Singapore dollars at auction. Since then, prices have trended upward as more collectors recognize its value. As of 2025, the 1987 no-mint Mark Singapore 5 cents coin has solidified its place as one of the most valuable low-denomination coins in the nation's modern history. Prices vary widely depending on condition, authenticity, and provenance. Here is a breakdown of current market values: circulated, VG to fine condition 5 Singapore dollars to $15 very fine to extremely fine, 20 Singapore dollars to $40 about uncirculated, AU 50 Singapore dollars to $90 mint state, MS60 to MS64 100 Singapore dollars to $180 high grade mint state, MS65 and above 200 Singapore dollars to 350 Singapore dollars or more. depending on market timing. Collectors should beware of artificially altered coins or counterfeits. Authentication by a reputable third-party grading service, such as NGC or PCGS, is highly recommended if you're buying or selling a high-value specimen. Online auction platforms, including eBay Singapore, Carousel, and international numismatic sites, show strong trading volume, especially among Southeast Asian buyers and expatriate collectors. The 1987 No Mint Mark 5 cents coin is more than just a rare variety. It represents a moment in Singapore's monetary history, a production mystery, a symbol of national pride, and a sought-after asset for both novice and veteran collectors. For those looking to start coin collecting in Asia, this piece is a solid entry point into serious numismatics. Its accessibility in circulated condition and explosive value in mint state make it a versatile coin for all levels. Its rising market value also indicates strong investment potential, especially in certified grades. As demand continues to grow, it's likely that prices will continue to appreciate in the years ahead. To sum it up, the 1987 No Mint Mark Singapore 5 cents coin is a numismatic gem, one whose origins remain partially veiled in mystery, but whose worth is increasingly undeniable. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious historian, or a casual enthusiast, this coin deserves a place in your collection. If you own one, consider having it graded. If you're looking to acquire one, be vigilant and informed. Either way, you're engaging with a unique piece of Singapore's monetary heritage. The 1991 No Mint Mark Singapore 10 cents coin, whether you're a passionate coin collector, an investor looking for rare opportunities, or just curious about the treasures in your pocket change, this is a coin story you won't want to miss. Let's explore the history, rarity, market value, and hidden potential behind this elusive piece of Singapore's monetary heritage. To understand the significance of the 1991 No Mint Mark 10 cents coin, we need to begin with a brief overview of Singapore's coinage system. Following its independence in 1965, Singapore established the Board of Commissioners of Currency, which was responsible for issuing the nation's coins and banknotes. By 1985, Singapore had transitioned to the second series of coins, known for their modern designs and practicality. These coins, including the 10 cents denomination, typically bore the letter S mint mark, a symbol representing the Singapore Mint, which was responsible for the striking of coins during that era. However, in 1991, a peculiar anomaly occurred. A small number of 10-cent coins were released without the customary S mint mark, a detail usually found just beneath the lion head emblem on the reverse side. This missing mint mark instantly distinguished these coins from their counterparts, creating a numismatic mystery that has intrigued collectors for over 3 decades. So, why is the absence of a mint mark such a big deal? Mint marks are more than decorative elements. They provide vital information about the origin of the coin, specifically, where it was manufactured. The absence of the S mint mark on these 1991 coins suggests a deviation in minting protocol. There are several theories about this anomaly. Some experts believe it was a minting error, while others argue it was the result of a damaged or over-polished die that failed to strike the mint mark onto the coin's surface. Regardless of the cause, these no mint mark coins are undeniably rare. While exact mintage figures have never been officially disclosed, numismatists estimate that fewer than 500 to 1,000 pieces may exist in the wild. This scarcity has led to a surge in demand, especially among collectors specializing in error coins and Southeast Asian currency. Authentication is crucial when it comes to these coins. Due to their increasing value, counterfeit versions and altered coins have surfaced in secondary markets. True no mint mark coins exhibit consistent die characteristics, correct font alignment, and standard weight, approximately 2.74 grams, all within the specifications of Singapore's 10-cent coinage from the early 1990s of 2025. The market value for an authentic 1991 no-mint mark Singapore 10 cents coin has reached impressive heights. Circulated coins in fair to good condition typically fetch between 300 to 500 Singapore dollars on numismatic auction platforms and private collector forums. Coins in extremely fine or about uncirculated condition are commanding prices between 800 to 1,200 Singapore dollars, depending on surface quality, toning, and I appeal. Uncirculated specimens, especially those certified and graded by reputable agencies such as NGC or PCGS, have been known to sell for upwards of 2,000 Singapore dollars in recent auctions. In rare instances, coins in pristine mint state condition with high grades, MS 65 and above, can spark bidding wars, pushing prices as high as 3,500 to 4,000 Singapore dollars, or even more. The value continues to climb, driven by a combination of rarity, collector demand, and historical intrigue. In fact, within Southeast Asia's numismatic circles, this coin has now attained near legendary status, on par with high-value coins from Hong Kong, Malaysia, and even Australia. If you happen to possess a 1991 10 cents coin from Singapore without a mint mark, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Whether you inherited it, received it in change, or discovered it tucked away in an old drawer, it's worth taking a closer look. For collectors, this coin represents more than just metal. It's a tangible piece of history, a relic of minting mystery, and a badge of exclusivity within the collecting community. For investors, it's a rare commodity with a solid track record of appreciation and increasing international recognition. If you're considering selling, make sure to have the coin authenticated and graded before approaching buyers or listing it online. On the other hand, if you're lucky enough to be a buyer, always verify the coin's authenticity, and deal only with trusted numismatic dealers or certified marketplaces. That wraps up our deep dive into the remarkable story of the 1991 no-mint mark Singapore 10 cents coin. A simple 10-cent piece, yet one that's worth its weight in history and potentially thousands of dollars in value. Have you ever come across this rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. We are diving deep into the fascinating world of Singaporean coinage with a very specific and intriguing topic: the 1989 Singapore 10 cents coin with no mint mark. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone who stumbled across this coin in a family drawer, you may be wondering, is this coin valuable? Could it be rare? And most importantly, what is it worth in the current numismatic market in 2025? Stick around, because we're going to uncover all of that and much more. To understand the significance of the 1989 no-mint mark 10 cents coin, we must first look into the broader context of Singapore's coinage system. After gaining independence in 1965, Singapore introduced its first series of coins in 1967. This was followed by a second series in 1985, which featured more modern and simplified designs. The 10 cents coin from this second series featured the image of a star jasmine flower on the reverse and the national coat of arms on the obverse. These coins were minted primarily at the Singapore Mint, and most of them carried the distinctive S mint mark as a symbol of their origin. However, a small number of coins from 1989 were released without any mint mark. This unusual absence has since caught the attention of collectors. So why were some of these coins released without a mint mark? There are two leading theories. One suggests it was a minting error or oversight during the production process. The other proposes it was an intentional decision related to a temporary shift in minting facilities, possibly involving an outsourced foreign mint, although no official documentation has confirmed this. What is clear, however, is that the no mint mark variant was never meant to be widely distributed, now let's talk about rarity. The standard 1989 10-cent coins with the S mint mark were produced in large quantities for general circulation. In contrast, the no mint mark variant is significantly scarcer. While the exact mintage figures remain undisclosed, numismatists and coin dealers estimate that only a few thousand of these no mint mark coins entered circulation, if not fewer. This scarcity elevates the coin's collectability. For collectors who specialize in mint errors, variations, or rare issues from Southeast Asia, this coin is highly sought after. In fact, it has become something of a holy grail among collectors of Singaporean currency. But it is not just about rarity, condition plays a crucial role as well. Uncirculated specimens or those in brilliant uncirculated condition can command a significant premium in today's market. Circulated examples still carry collectible value, particularly if they are in very fine or extremely fine condition. Collectors value clarity of design, absence of deep scratches, and strong edge definition. As of 2025, the value of the 1989 no mint mark Singapore 10-cent coin has seen a notable increase, fueled by rising global interest in Asian coinage and the growing awareness of this specific variant. For coins in average circulated condition, the current market price typically ranges from $20 to $40. However, prices can vary depending on condition and the buyer's interest. Coins in extremely fine condition are currently valued between $70 and $120. For uncirculated or mint state specimens, the value can soar even higher, often exceeding $200 and, in some auctions, reaching as high as $300 or more. It is worth noting that these coins are rarely available in large numbers. Online auctions, numismatic forums, and dedicated coin dealers in Singapore and Malaysia remain the most likely places to find them. But even there, they are not always listed, and when they do appear, they often get snapped up quickly by alert collectors. Identifying a no mint mark coin is straightforward but requires attention to detail. First, examine the reverse side of the coin, that is the side with the star jasmine flower. Look just below the flower design near the rim. A typical coin will have a small S indicating the Singapore Mint. In the no mint mark variant, this S is completely absent. Be cautious, however. Some coins may have a worn or faded mint mark due to heavy circulation. A magnifying glass or coin loop can help confirm whether the mark is truly missing or just faint. If you believe you have one of these rare coins, it's a good idea to have it evaluated by a professional numismatist or a reputable coin grading service. If you own a 1989 no mint mark Singapore 10-cent coin, you may be asking, should I sell it now or hold on to it? That depends on your goals. The current market is favorable, and prices are likely to remain strong as long as demand stays high and supply remains limited. However, if the coin is in pristine condition, holding onto it could yield greater returns in the future. On the other hand, if your coin is moderately worn and you're looking to take advantage of current demand, selling it through a reputable coin dealer or auction site may be a wise choice. Either way, it is strongly recommended to get your coin professionally graded if you believe it may be uncirculated or in high-grade condition. To summarize, the 1989 no mint mark Singapore 10-cent coin is a fascinating anomaly in Southeast Asian numismatics. Its historical significance, combined with its relative rarity and mysterious origin, has made it a highly collectible item. In 2025, the coin commands a substantial premium on the collector's market, with values ranging from a modest $20 to several $100s for high-grade examples. If you happen to own one of these coins, you are in possession of a small but valuable piece of monetary history. Whether you choose to keep it as a collector's item or sell it for profit, it is definitely worth far more than its face value. We're focusing on a particularly intriguing piece of modern coinage, the 2003 Singapore 10-cent coin with no mint mark. A coin that, despite being relatively young, has captured the attention of collectors across the globe. Whether you're a seasoned coin enthusiast or a curious beginner, this episode will take you through its history, rarity, and why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a significant amount in 2025. To truly understand the value of the 2003 no mint mark 10-cent coin, we first need to step back and take a brief look at Singapore's coinage history. Singapore introduced its first coin series in 1967, following its independence from Malaysia. Over the decades, its coin designs have undergone several changes, in denomination, composition, and minting authority. Most coins minted after the early 1990s were produced by the Singapore Mint, but occasionally, coins were outsourced to international mints. These coins typically include a mint mark to indicate their origin, such as those struck by the Royal Canadian Mint or the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom. Now let's zero in on the 10-cent coin minted in 2003. At first glance, it may appear identical to other coins from the early 2000s, made of nickel-plated steel, featuring the familiar image of the wild nutmeg fruit on the reverse, and Singapore's national crest on the obverse, with the year below. But the critical detail is what's not there, the absence of a mint mark. While most 10-cent coins of that era carry a small mint mark under the year indicating where they were struck, a limited batch of the 2003 edition was released without any mint mark at all. This anomaly has turned what was once an overlooked pocket coin into a sought-after numismatic treasure. There are several theories regarding how the no mint mark 2003 10-cent coin came into existence. Some experts believe it was a minting error, possibly during a transitional period between production contracts. Others suggest it could have been a test strike or an early release before the mint marks were officially applied. Due to the lack of official statements from the Singapore Mint regarding this variant, the origin remains speculative, adding to its mystery and collectible appeal. So how rare is the 2003 no mint mark 10-cent coin? While exact mintage figures remain elusive, it's widely accepted within numismatic circles that the no mint mark version represents only a tiny fraction of the overall 2003 10-cent coin population. Most collectors report finding these coins through circulation rather than official sets, which suggests they were released in limited numbers, possibly unintentionally. This rarity has fueled both demand and speculation, making them increasingly difficult to find in high-grade condition. As with all coins, condition plays a pivotal role in determining market value. A circulated 2003 no mint mark 10-cent coin in average condition might fetch a modest premium, but uncirculated or mint-state examples, especially those graded MS65 and above by reputable grading services, can command significantly higher prices. Collectors and investors alike are now actively seeking out coins with minimal wear, clean fields, and strong luster. In 2025, coins graded by third-party services like NGC or PCGS are seeing growing attention, especially as the hobby leans more towards verified authenticity. As of 2025, the market value of a 2003 no mint mark Singapore 10-cent coin varies depending on condition and demand. Circulated examples in good condition typically range from 5 to 15 Singapore dollars, a considerable premium over face value. However, uncirculated coins can sell for anywhere between 50 to 200 Singapore dollars, depending on grade and eye appeal. Some rare auction results have even exceeded this range when multiple bidders vie for a high-grade specimen, particularly those certified by grading authorities. Online marketplaces like eBay, Carousel, and numismatic auction houses are hotspots for these trades, though counterfeit vigilance is advised that if you're on the hunt for the 2003 no-mint mark 10-cents coin, here are a few tips. First, check your change. Though rare, these coins have been found in circulation, particularly in older batches of coins from banks or coin jars that haven't been sorted in years. Second, attend coin fairs and local collector meetups. They're excellent places to inspect coins up close and network with others who might have the coin or know where to find one. Lastly, if you're investing, consider only graded examples or have your coin professionally authenticated before purchasing, especially when prices exceed typical market averages. In summary, the 2003 Singapore 10-cents coin with no mint mark is a fascinating modern rarity that blends mystery, history, and increasing market demand. While it may have started as a small anomaly, it's now becoming a prized piece in many collectors' portfolios. Its elusive origin and limited supply make it a perfect case study of how even modern coins can achieve significant numismatic value over time. Whether you already own one or are still searching, this coin is a shining example of why numismatics remains a dynamic and rewarding pursuit. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a thumbs up. The 2011 Singapore 5-cents coin with no mint mark, a coin that has sparked interest in numismatic circles due to its unexpected rarity and rising value. We will explore the coin's background, what makes it unique, why it is rare, and how much it's worth in today's market in 2025. If you're a coin collector, history enthusiast, or someone who stumbled upon this coin in your drawer, stay tuned, this might just be your lucky day. The Singapore 5-cents coin has been in circulation since the country's introduction of its second series coinage in 1985. The second series was produced by the Board of Commissioners of Currency Singapore and later by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. The 2011 5-cents coin belongs to this second series and carries the distinctive features of the Singapore coat of arms on the obverse, along with the inscription of Singapore in 4 official languages: English, Chinese, Tamil, and Malay. The reverse side features a stylized image of the star fruit, also known locally as belimbing, a fruit native to Southeast Asia. The coin is struck in nickel-plated steel and is relatively small in diameter, measuring just 16.75 mm and weighing 1.56 grams. While most coins from this series bear a small mint mark indicating their origin, the 2011 5-cents coin stands out for what it lacks. There is no mint mark present. Now, let's explore the key detail that gives this coin its mystique. In typical circumstances, Singapore's coins are minted under contracts from various international mints, and each mint adds a subtle mint mark on the coin to denote its production source. However, a subset of the 2011 5-cents coins was produced without a mint mark, leading to immediate interest among observant collectors. The no mint mark variety is believed to have originated from a minting anomaly or limited run, possibly during a transitional phase or due to a minting oversight. While the Monetary Authority of Singapore has not publicly confirmed the total number of no mint mark coins released into circulation, numismatists estimate that these coins make up a significantly smaller fraction of the total mintage for that year. This brings us to the core question: why is the 2011 no mint mark Singapore 5-cents coin considered rare? In the world of numismatics, rarity is often determined by mintage figures, distribution irregularities, and the coin's survival rate in high condition. Since the majority of 5-cents coins from 2011 do carry a mint mark, the no mint mark variant has naturally become an object of fascination. Collectors have reported that these coins are very difficult to find in circulation, and when found, they often show signs of wear due to their age and usage. Locating a well-preserved specimen, especially one graded in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, is exceedingly rare. As of now, there are only a few documented examples graded by professional services such as the Numismatic Guarantee Company or the Professional Coin Grading Service. The low number of graded coins adds to the exclusivity and desirability of this piece. Let's talk money. How much is the 2011 no mint mark Singapore 5 cents coin actually worth in the current 2025 market? Well, like all collectibles, the value is influenced by several factors: condition, demand, rarity, and market trends. In circulated condition, this coin can fetch between 8 and 20 Singapore dollars, depending on where. However, if the coin is in better condition, such as extremely fine or almost uncirculated, collectors are willing to pay upwards of 50 to even 100 Singapore dollars. The highest premiums are reserved for coins graded by professional services. A no mint mark 2011 5 cents coin graded MS65 or higher has been seen listed for as much as 250 Singapore dollars in private numismatic circles and online marketplaces. Collectors in Singapore, Malaysia, and other parts of Asia are driving up demand, and with the limited number of high-grade examples known, prices are likely to continue rising as interest in small denomination rarities grows. If you believe you have one of these rare coins, here's how to identify it. First, examine the reverse side for the starfruit design. Then, carefully look for any mint mark, typically found at the lower edge. If no mint mark is visible and the coin is dated 2011, you may have a rare specimen. Next, check the condition. Avoid cleaning the coin as this can reduce its value. Instead, handle it gently by the edges and consider placing it in a protective coin holder. If the condition appears high, you may want to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable coin grading service. Preservation is key. Coins in original, uncleaned, and undamaged condition are always more desirable in the eyes of collectors and dealers. In summary, the 2011 no mint mark Singapore 5 cents coin is a fascinating case of modern rarity. While it might seem insignificant at face value, its lack of a mint mark, coupled with low availability, has elevated its status in the numismatic world. If you happen to own one, treat it with care. The market in 2025 continues to favor these obscure finds, and as the supply of uncirculated examples dwindles, the value is expected to climb. Whether you're looking to sell or simply add a gem to your collection, this coin is undeniably a conversation starter and a smart collector's asset. For those just starting out in coin collecting, this is a great reminder that even low-denomination coins can hold extraordinary value. Always check your change, you never know when a small coin might lead to a big discovery. The 2016 Singapore 10 cents coin with no mint mark. What makes this unassuming coin so special? How rare is it? And how much is it worth today in 2025? Stay tuned as we uncover the history, rarity, and the surprising market value of this mysterious coin. To understand the significance of the 2016 no mint mark Singapore 10 cents coin, we must first look at the broader history of Singapore's decimal currency. Since the introduction of the second series of coins in 1985, Singapore's coinage has followed a consistent pattern. Each coin typically bears the national emblem on one side and a denomination design on the other, along with a clearly defined mint mark, usually signifying its origin. The Singapore Mint. However, in 2016, something unexpected happened. A small number of 10 cents coins from that year surfaced without the usual mint mark. At first, these coins were dismissed as minting errors, but as more details emerged, collectors began to realize they were holding a potential rarity in their hands. The 2016 Singapore 10 cents coin normally carries a tiny mint mark located just beneath the year of issue. In the no mint mark variety, this identifying feature is completely absent. This isn't simply a case of a weak strike or wear, the mint mark is entirely missing. For coin experts and seasoned numismatists, such omissions raise critical questions. Was this intentional? Was it an error? Or could it have been a limited production variant released under unusual circumstances? While the Monetary Authority of Singapore has not released any official statement regarding this anomaly, evidence strongly suggests that these coins were a result of a transitional or die-related minting issue. Some collectors believe the mint may have used a fresh die that had not been properly engraved with the mint mark. Others suggest it could have been a deliberate, limited run either for testing or internal purposes. Regardless of the cause, one fact remains indisputable: the 2016 no mint mark 10 cents coin is now among the rarest post-independent circulation coins in Singapore. In terms of rarity, reports from collectors' forums and major numismatic groups indicate that fewer than 1 in 5,000 of the 2016 10 cents coins exhibit the missing mint mark. While no official mintage number for the error has been released, its scarcity on the secondary market confirms its rarity. Since its discovery, this variant has generated intense interest, both locally and among international collectors specializing in modern Asian currency. As of 2025, examples in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition are commanding premium prices. Now, let's talk numbers. In 2019, shortly after its discovery, circulated examples of the no mint mark 10 cents coin sold for between 10 and 20 Singapore dollars. By 2021, prices had climbed steadily, with uncirculated coins reaching values of $50 to $80, depending on grade. Fast forward to 2025, and the market has matured. As of this year, average sales prices for circulated coins range between 30 to 60 Singapore dollars. However, coins graded MS65 or higher by professional services such as PCGS or NGC are fetching as much as 150 to 300 Singapore dollars, depending on eye appeal and luster. A recent auction even recorded a sale of an MS66 example for over $350, a record for a modern Singapore decimal coin. But what drives this value? Several factors contribute. Firstly, scarcity. The small number of known examples creates a strong supply-demand imbalance. Secondly, condition. Since these coins entered circulation, finding high-grade specimens is increasingly difficult. Lastly, interest in modern coin errors and varieties is at an all-time high, especially among the next generation of collectors who are drawn to affordable rarities with clear distinguishing features. If you think you may have one of these coins, here's how to confirm it. Examine the 2016 10 cents coin carefully under magnification. Look beneath the year. A regular coin will show the mint mark symbol. If it's completely absent and the surface shows no trace of polishing or tampering, you may indeed have a genuine no mint mark variety. To maximize its value, consider having the coin authenticated and graded by a third-party service. Listing it on auction platforms like eBay or regional marketplaces such as Carousel or Lazada can help you reach interested buyers. Be sure to include clear photos, including close-ups of the date and reverse. Scene. Final thoughts. Professional shot of host or branding. The 2016 no mint mark Singapore 10 cents coin is more than just a small mistake, it's a modern treasure in Southeast Asian numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a casual hobbyist, or someone just discovering this fascinating world, keep your eyes peeled. That small, overlooked coin in your change jar might be worth far more than 10 cents. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss an episode of Numis World. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found one of these coins or if you have questions about other rare currency. Until next time, happy collecting!